Good morning, students. So today I'm going to discuss about the general characters of the algae. So I can show the slide. Just wait. So today I'm going to discuss about the general characters of the algae. So algae. Before that, I can explain Eichler classification. So Eichler classification is nothing but Eichler, first of all, the plants, entire plants, which is classified into mainly two classes, that is cryptogams and phanerogams. Now I can explain cryptogams. See, cryptogams is nothing but these are the non-flowering plants which is not produce any flowers, either similar character of the flowers. Then phanerograms is nothing but these are the flowering plants which is producing flowers, either similar character of the flowers like cones, male cone and female cone. These are also indicated as a flower which is under in the flowering plants, either phanerograms. Now the cryptogams again classified into three subclasses, mainly, that is thallophyte and bryophyte and pteridophytes. See, thallophytes, which means the based on the thallus structure manner. See, what is the structure of the thallus is nothing but there is no differentiation of the root and stem and leaf, which are having a round like structure, that is called as thallus. This type of the thallus structure of plants which is present, either which is under in the thallophytic subclasses especially, right? And bryophytes. See, what is that? Bryophyte is nothing but these are which are growing the water condition and also soil condition, which are growth both conditions, water and water and also soil is nothing but these are belongs to amphibianic plant. The best example for mass plants, whatever funaria and Mercantia and Tussias. Next, pteridophytes. These are the first vascular plants, which is nothing but the first vascular system, either xylem and phloem, which are present in these plants only, pteridophytes. These are the first vascular plants. In the thallophytes, again classified into mainly algae and fungi. See, the thallophytic plants, the thallus structure of the plants, which is classified based on the nutrition that belongs to mainly two types, that is algae which are having abundant of the chlorophylls, which is participating photosynthesis reaction, the preparation of the food material in the presence of chlorophylls and sunlight. Then these are the autotrophic plants. Right now, the next fungi, that these are the parasitic plant which is not participating photosynthetic any other food preparation of reactions. Even these are depending on other plants, especially algal members, and these are non-chlorophyllous plants in the fungi. See, and in the thallophytes, now we are discussing about that is nothing but algal. See, algal members, first of all, algal which is discovered uh, Theophrastus scientist only. Next, what is algal, which means the life of the planet begin the long slow process of the modulating and regulating the physical conditions of the planet. The oxygen in the today's atmosphere is almost entirely the results of the photosynthetic living, which had it starts with the appearance of the blue-green algae among the microorganisms. In algae, we have different type of classes is also present, the chlorophylls and xanthophyceae and phaeophyceae and rhodophyceae, and these are all belongs to algal members. Next, see, these are the different type of the algals which is present. Then thallus which are showing like filamentous, whatever, like a branched, like a leaf like structure and tube like structures. Now I can explain the general characters of the algae. The algal group which are showing like a thallus like structure, which means before that I explain the thallus, which means which are there is no differentiation of the root and leaf and stem, which are showing around like structure, that is called as thallus. a group of the chlorophyll which contain thalloid plants, especially placed in the division that is the thallophyte, along with the fungi that is belongs to lichens, which is called as lichenology. The study of the lichens, which is called as lichenology. Before the class I can explain now. The most of the algae are autotrophous, which means these are the autotrophic plants which are preparation of the food material themselves only in the presence of sunlight, in the presence of chlorophylls, which are preparation of the food material like carbohydrates C6H12O6. See, differ from the fungi, the presence of photosynthetic pigments are present here, that is chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B and chlorophyll C and chlorophyll D. We have different type of the chlorophyll types up to chlorophyll E. Then mode of nutrition, autotrophs. The next slide, that is habit. See, majority of algal which are growing the water condition, either moisture condition, water condition and the moisture condition. Most of the algal members which are growing aquatic conditions, and some of rare algae which are growing in the terrestrial algae are also present. See, the aquatic condition is nothing but these are the which are growing in the freshwater algae and also having marine water algae, and some of algae which are growing in the particular terrestrial. See, here we can mention only aquatic algae. See, that is nothing but just wait, I can explain now. These are the aquatic plant. See, in the algae, the sex organs are a very important character. This is also unicellular, which are having only one celled structure, that is unicellular. The sex organs are locked with any type of the protective layer to the outside, that is the jacket cells are is completely absent here. See, if jacket cells are present, they have different origin. There are progressive and completely in the reproduction. See, embryos is not formed after zygosation, after zygote formation, after fertilization. The embryo is not formed here. See, and next, show distinct alternation of the generation. Cellular organization may be prokaryotic or eukaryotic. Now, occurrence of the algae. Most of the algae which are having different type of the habitations which are growing water condition, especially that is water, fresh water and marine water, and also on the surface of the rocks and on the surface of the plant and animals. This is the different type of occurrence of the algae which are growing in the area of the soil condition, that is a terrestrial algae. See, aquatic forms are most common in algal. Next one, on the basis of habit, algal are classified into mainly three groups. That is nothing but aquatic forms which are growing in the particular water condition, terrestrial forms which are growing in the particular soil condition, algal form, unusual habits. So unusual is nothing but which are growing in the particular on the rocks, whatever, on the plants, stems and leaves, whatever. These are common characters. Now I can explain in the deep of the aquatic algae. Aquatic algae again classified into mainly two types, that is freshwater and marine water. The freshwater which are growing the particular ponds and lakes and river, these are the Spirogyra. This is very important. Why the Spirogyra? Which is nothing but in the Spirogyra which are having a tube-like structure, which are showing like a spring-like manner, like this structure. See, then which is called as Spirogyra. Marine water occurrence which are growing in the salty water and haline water and saline conditions, and especially this is belongs to sea and oceans. See, that is sargassum. That's a very important algae, sargassum. Next, see, terrestrial algae, these are belongs to soil conditions, either soil environmental, found in soil and rocks, most walls, tree trunks, etc. The best example, that is Vaucheria and Fritzilla, found on the surface of the soil. This is the watch area. You can see this is the watch area, which are showing like a tube-like structure which is produced to the outside. That is the male sex organ. These are the female sex organ. This is the watch area, and this is the Fritzella. Next, algal unusual habits. For example, the algae which are growing in the saline water, that is belongs to halophytic algae, that is Dunalilia. Next one, epiphytic algae. Epiphytic is nothing but, usually epiphytic is nothing but, not only that algae and fungi and other, epiphytic is nothing but which are growing on another plants on the surface of the trunks, whatever, and the leaves and whatever the another animals. That is the best example for Eudogonium. Next, epizoic algae. See, epizoic algae, the best example, these are on animals and snails and fishes. Endozoic, grow the inside of the animals, either inside of the stomachs of human beings, whatever animals. See, symbiotic algae, you know very well about lichens. See, the symbiotic association with the fungi in the lichen, that is a very very important and discovered the Theophrastus scientist. In bryophytes and pteridophytes, gymnosperms and also angiosperms. See, especially we can see the angiosperms. Now, parasitic algae, the parasite on the plants and animals, that is Cephalorus and Retrast. And thermotic algae. Thermotic algae is nothing but which are growing in the springs. So very important. Now, the Thales diversity. So this is very very important for 15 marks for the theory. Thales diversity is nothing but wide range of unicellular to multicellular, microscopic to macroscopic. The size range from micron to several meters. On the basins of the Thales organization, algae are following types, that is unicellular type, and colonial and filamentous type, and spinoecious type, and parenchymatous type. These are the different type of the algal Thales organization. See, the pigmentation in algae, great diversity in pigmentation of algae. Why? Because different type of the pigments are present in the algae, especially that is chlorophylls. See, and also keratin and also phycobians. See, in the chlorophylls we have different type of the chlorophylls are present. Down, that is nothing but chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B and chlorophyll C, D and E. Then in the algae, in the pigments, the chlorophyll A is a universal pigments, that is very very important for MSc. And next, these are the chlorophylls I can explain. Chlorophyll A and B and C and up to D right now. So the chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B is present in the chlorophycin members. These are the greenery algal members. And chlorophyll A and chlorophyll C, that is present in the xanthophycin members. Then chlorophyll A and chlorophyll D, that is present which are present in the rhodophycin member. These are the red algae. Then chlorophyll A and chlorophyll which is present in the phaeophycin members. See, I mean the chlorophylls are present which are present in the different type of the classes. The chlorophyll A is a universal which is present in the all classes up to chlorophycin members to the phaeophycin members. Even cyanophycin is also present in the chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. Next, all major algal groups have at least one characteristic pigments. The pigments algal belongs to chlorophycin, carotenoids and phycobians. See, and you can see the third one, that is the phycobial. Phycobilians. Majorly phycobilans are mainly two types, that is phycocyanin and phycoerythrin. The phycocyanin which is present in the cyanophycin members, the blue-green algae especially, that is cyanophycin members which are having which are showing like green and blue. These are the called as blue-green algae. And phycocyanin and phycoerythrin, second one. The phycoerythrin which is present in the red algae, that is rhodophycin members. Next, the plastids in algae. So the plastids in the algae, except cyanophycin, That means the blue-green algae BGA. The pigments in algae are found in membrane-bound organelles is called as plastids. These are very important plastids which is present in the pigments. In BGA, the plastids are absent. This is very important for MSc. The pigments located at peripheral cytoplasm, that is a chromoplasm. In the Synophyceae, the cell structure, the cell which are showing centroplasm. So very important, centroplasm and chromoplasm. Centroplasm is nothing but which is the central region which are having a prominent nucleus in the central, which is present in the prominent nucleus is in the central side. Then peripheral side which are having cytoplasm with colored cytoplasm which are having different type of the pigments are present, that is a chromoplasm. So very important of Synophycean cell structure. Next, the plastids are mainly two types, which is classified into two kind of the two kinds majorly, that is leucoplast and chromoplast. So leucoplast, colorless plastids. So colorless plastids and colored plastid, that is chromo. Chromo is nothing but which are showing color. What is the whatever color. Next, plastid forms in the algae. Usually the plastids which are showing different type of the shapes in the algae. The cup shaped structure you can see in the Chlamydomonas. You can see in the lower side, that is the Chlamydomonas and volvox. See, volvox which are showing cenobium, which are a group of the cells which is called as cenobium. And here discard, that is Vaucheria. So Vaucheria which are showing like a discard. Vaucheria we can see the minute here. Gradle shaped and also reticulate in the Eudogonium. Usually Eudogonium which are showing a very prominently like a reticulate. You can see in the reticulate venation in the dicotyledon leaf, that type of reticulate structures which is present in a Eudogonium. This is a very important structure of the Eudogonium. The spiral that is belongs to Spirogyra. You can see in the intermediate secondary the Spirogyra. In the Spirogyra, the pigments which are present like a DNA shaped structure, like this structure, which are arranged in the like DNA. This is the common Spirogyra in the lower side, which are having this type of Spirogyra structure. Now finally, that is the statelet, that is the Jagnima. Next slide. Perinoids, they are proteinous bodies present in the chromatophores, considered as the organelle of the synthesis and storage of the starch. In some chlorophycin perinoids are surrounded by the starch grains. So very important. Perinoids is the storage of the starch, especially in the algae. Perinoids arise de novo or by the division of the pre-existing perinoids, and perinoids are absent in the blue-green algae. That is also very important. The perinoids which is completely absent in the cyanobacteria members like BGA. Then these are also very important in the algae. The reservoir food material which are present in different type of class by class, that is storage food material. For example, in the Synophycean members, the storage of the food, either carbohydrates which are stored by Synophycean starch, and also chlorophycete is the common thing which are present in the starch only, that is the common. And also rhodophycean members, the algae of the rhodophycean, either red algae which are showing fluorine starch. These are very important for MSc. And Phaeophyceae is also very important. Why? Because here also having the different type of the storage food material, that is nothing but laminar monty, and also some cases that is oil nature. Usually all algae which are showing storage, that is starch. So very important here. That is nothing but algal general characters. The final step, that is least. These are also least but last, that is reproduction. reproduction in algae, we have different type of three methods. Before that I explained, that is vegetative and asexual and sexual reproduction. And vegetative reproduction is nothing but which is participate to only vegetative parts, if it is present like for leaf and root, whatever stem. But these are all completely absent here. Why? Because the thallus which are showing only thallus manner structure. Then the cells which is participating in vegetative reproduction, that is the cell division, which means the mother cell which is divided into two daughter cell, that is the cell division, is an fission. And fragmentation is nothing but which is the fragmentation process is the common in all algae. Armogonia specialized cell which is formed in the central of the adventitious branches and tubers and budding and extra. See, budding, actually the budding that is belongs to fungi members, and some rare cases in the present in the algae. These are the common vegetative reproduction types. I can explain again. That is cell division, fission and fragmentation, armogonia and formation of the adventitious branches and tuber and budding. Now I can explain asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction in the algae, asexual reproduction done by different type of the spores, and that is nothing but motile spores and non-motile. Motile is non-motile is nothing but motile, the spores which are having flagellated. Either non-flagellated is nothing but non-motile spores. The flagella which are helping in the movements, especially one area to another area at the time of reproduction. That is a very important character of the algae. We have different type means two type of the flagellas are present here, that is tinsel and whiplash. Especially whiplash is nothing but which are having smooth in nature on the surface of the flagella, and tinsel is nothing but on the surface of the flagella which are having very hair-like structures are present. That is a very important character of the tinsel. These are the main difference between whiplash and tinsel flagellas. Both flagellas are which are helping in the movements. See, in asexual reproduction done by different type of spores is nothing but juice spores, and juice spores are prepared in the inner side of the juice sporangium. Aplanospores and hypnospores and tetraspores and autotropes, even achinids. Achinids is a common asexual reproduction type in the algae. This is also very important here. We can see the achinids here. And next, asexual reproduction is over. Then sexual reproduction, union of the gametes involved here. There is no sex organs like male sex organ, female sex organ. Here only which producing gametes. Why? Because in the which are having male gamete, not female gamete. And autogamy is nothing but autogamy and chromogamy and isogamy, anisogamy and oogamy. See the next time. Can I explain the autogamy here? That is nothing but autogams, the gametes which is fused themselves only, that is autogamy. Isogamy is nothing but which are having two gametes. Iso, which is nothing but two gametes which are having the same similar structure and fused. Then anisogamy is nothing but the gametes are not at similar size and which are showing like male and female, plus and minus. Like then oogamous is nothing the male gamete fusion with ovule, that is oogamous. It's a very important three different type of the reproduction which is present in the algae. And here the generations are present, are very important here. That is algal members which are showing different type of the generation types. That is nothing but alternation generation. These are also called as alternative phases, which are showing in the life cycle of the plants. Especially most of the algae having alternate of many called applied gametophytic generation, with many called diplontic sporogenetic sporophytic generation, which alternative regularly. Now the life cycle of algae, the growth and development consists of a number of distinct morphological and cytological stages. The sequence, those orderly changes, is called as cycle. See, the life cycle, the sequence of all different type of the phases of event through which an organism's phases from zygote of generation to the zygote of the next generation through gametes, especially the gametes which are having haploid before that fertilization. Then after that fertilization, the fusion of the gametes, like in the isogamy we have two gametes, and anisogamy is also that the fusion of male and female gametes which is form a zygote. See, there are five type of the life cycles which is present in the applied and diploid generations. See, that is aplantic, which means the life cycle of the algae which are having all the plant life cycle having only single set of the chromosome, that is haplantic. And diplantic is nothing but this type of algal life cycle which are having only at the time of zygote diploid, and remaining all haploid. Haplobiontic, so both haploid and diploid which is present. Diploidic is nothing, major part of belongs to diploid condition, remaining haploid. Haplo and diploidic, both life cycles which is present like haploid and diploid conditions. Next, so algal classes. Before that, I can explain at the time of chlorophylls, the classes which is present in the algae like chlorophytes and rhodophytes, like based on the colored I can explain. But here algal classes, cyanophycin members. These are belongs to cyanophycin may. This is also called as Bzc, blue green algae, and chrysophycian, golden brown, and glinophyta, that is protozoan like algae, lack true cell wall. Cell wall is completely absent here. That is Sphorophyta, dinoflagellate, which are having two different type of the flagellate. Chlorophyta, chlorophycin members, that is belongs to green colored algae. Rhodophyci, either rhodophyta, that belongs to red algae which are having chlorophyll A and chlorophyll D. And the Phaeophyci and Phaeophyta, that is brown algae which are showing brown in colored. Next I can explain different type of the thallus. You can see here these are the tube like structures, and this is the branched, you can see the thallus manner, and the spirogyra which are having like a spring like structure. Then inner side, see, this is also belongs to branched, and this is like a leaf like structure. This is the thallus organization which are present. And now this is very minute structures, coloniums. Colonia is nothing but the group of the cells we can see. And this is the volvox, we can see the volvox cenobium condition is present. And next, these are also different type of the algal members, that is like diatoms, the diatoms which are shaped like a triangle, whatever, spindle shaped. These are the spindle shaped, this is the triangle shaped, this is like a volvox, which is cenobium structures. See, this is the diatom structures. Now I can explain, these are also belongs to diatoms. So we can see on the slide, these are all belongs to thallus organization. Now this is the common algal we can see, that is like greenish and brown. These are the brownish color majorly, and this is the greenish chlorophyllous color. These are all belongs to thallus organizations. This is the watch area, you can see the watch area. Before that I can explain watch area which are having, in this is the common watch area cell which are having so many cells which is present in the like common, so many cells are present without any septa. See, in the tube which are having so many nucleus which is present in this without any septa, that is called as cenobium. These are very important. Chlorophyll is also very important, which are asking in the MSc majorly. There is cyanophycin and chlorophycin, but these are the very important rhodophycin food material, fluoridine starch, and cyanophycin, that is laminar mantle, and oil, actually oil that belongs to in the fungi, but not here. Rare cases are fungi. Next, reproduction types, mainly vegetative reproduction and asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction, mainly three types. vegetative, here present vegetative. And actually the vegetative reproduction is a common in the algae by the process of fragmentation. There is not yet present in the fungi. These are the important feature of the algae only. So next life cycle, alternate generations are present. Different type of the life is also present here. That is aploantic and diplontic and aploantic and diploplo and haploantic. So these are the general characters of the algae. Okay, thank you students. Thank you one and all.